Okay, one of the pieces of equipment that you guys seem to love out here on the farm he's just taking these end rows off next to the alfalfa. There isn't going to be much in it, but we'll take these off, we'll get to the other end, and then we'll check the moisture. All right, so we'll get to the other end and we'll check the moisture. That was a lot. Okay, so that was a lot more damp than we thought. We figured this stuff here right next to the alfalfa would be the driest, but it was 22 according to the moisture tester. So yeah, here I'll show you. We're not even going back with it. Yeah, so the Gleaner is not going to be taking out corn today. Man, I just thought, you know, maybe that south stuff will be a little bit drier, but yeah, for right now the Gleaner's going to head back to Dad's, and we'll let the sun do its work on this a little bit more. Did have a hard frost last night, so it was, I think Dad said it was down to 26 when he got up this morning. So 26, I think we got 80, a day in the 80s this week. Well, that'll start dropping it pretty good. But yeah, that was kind of a surprise. Now I see the neighbors are going. They got a couple semis over there and stuff, but I don't think I will need, I'll need that to do that. But yeah, there we go. Not ready yet. All right, well, that was a little bit surprising. Was not expecting that the corn to be that wet. So I thought I would come in here and where the wind wasn't blowing and you could actually hear me, and we'll just show you what we do when we do a moisture test. So, you know, you got your corn, whatever container that you happen to have it in. And this, the one I use, is a Dickie John M3G. It's this is probably about 15 years old already. So it's been used and it works well. You know, I compare it to what the elevator gets compared to what I was coming up with when I do it. So it is it's quite accurate. So to turn it on, of course, it's just got the on button. There we go, and then you'll get your hourglass until it comes on, and you can pick whichever commodity or crop that you're doing. Right now, obviously, we're on corn. So then you need to get a sample. And you put that in there. Try not to make a mess all over. When you do it outside, it's not such a big deal, obviously. But we'll put those in there. Okay, and then once you have the corn, then you just hit the arrow button. And it's thinking and thinking and thinking. Testing. 18. Yep, so we're too high. For what we want to harvest is at. Obviously, anything below 16 I'd probably take, but if you take it at 15, then you don't get docked, obviously. Below 15, then it may feel like you're giving some corn away when you do that. But you also, it depends on the weather too. So right now, looking at, we had a 26, 25 degrees last night, I think it was. So a good hard frost last night. Then we've got some wind and some days coming up that are going to be right around 80. So that's going to, that's going to drop your moisture level in your corn down fairly quickly. And it's a lot cheaper and easier if Mother Nature does it than to pay for it, whether gas for the heaters if you need it, electricity for the fans to cool it down or to dry it down. Which is why, of course, they dock you at the elevator, because, of course, if you take it in wet, then they need to dry it down. But yeah, it kind of surprised me, especially right next to the alfalfa like that it was that wet. Yeah, I did not see that coming. So, but the neighbors, and of course their corn was in 2 weeks, I think, before that stuff in my field was in. Depends on the day corn that they planted too. This was a 108 day, I think, that we planted in this one, if I remember correctly. I've got the bag, but, and of course, I'm not sure exactly what we're going to find for yield out there with the up and down. It's just that, when you get that 13 inches of rain that we had in the middle of the growing season like that, it's just, you're going to have a lot of variables. But yeah, for checking your moisture, do I have a fancier one that does test weight and all that? Yeah, I do. But this thing's solid, pretty solid. You can have it in the cab with you, the combine. Check it out. I think I got it. Well, it was probably Campbell's at the time. It's now Runnings because they bought out Campbell's. But just, got it at Campbell's Supply. I think that was probably 2010. At the earliest, 2011. So, I've been using it 14, 15 years. It's worked out great for me. It's been a good, it's my go-to moisture tester when I'm out there checking moisture. And with the soybeans this year, I was within a tenth or two at the elevator of what I was getting. Just the random samples out of the combine. So we will get more videos on or with the combine, I should say, because everybody seems to like those ones, or at least they get watched quite a bit. But yeah, not time to combine the corn just yet. So stay tuned for that. And as always, take care and thanks for watching.